Have you ever wondered about the seemingly small morning habits that could pose serious risks to your health, especially as you grow older? Today, we're delving into a powerful story, one that may change the way you think about your daily routine. This is the story of Mr. Chang, a 70-year-old gentleman who lived in a peaceful countryside. His life was the picture of good health and balance. Every day he woke up early, engaged in physical exercise, and spent hours tending to his beloved vegetable garden, a place of tranquility and joy for him. His family admired his dedication to staying active and taking care of himself. He seemed to be doing everything right. But one morning, amidst the calm and beauty of his garden, Mr. Chang suddenly collapsed. What was initially a routine day turned into a tragic event. Mr. Chang had suffered a stroke. This was a stark and sobering reminder that even the healthiest routines can sometimes conceal hidden dangers. It forces us to look deeper into the habits we might consider harmless, but which could pose serious risks, especially as we age. In today's discussion, we're going to explore 3 crucial habits that older adults should avoid doing immediately after waking up. These are habits that, while seemingly small, can have a significant impact on health and well-being. Making a few simple adjustments could help prevent serious health events like strokes, heart attacks, or falls, and contribute to a longer, healthier life. Whether it's for yourself or for an elderly loved one, these lessons are invaluable. But first, let me ask you a favor. If you find this information helpful, please give this a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel. By doing so, you support the creation of more content like this. And it also helps spread these critical messages to those who may need them the most. Feel free to leave a comment with a number 1 if you liked the video, and if you have suggestions for improvement, leave a 0. Your feedback is always appreciated, as I aim to make each video better and more informative for you. Now, let's dive into the 3 habits that are particularly risky in the morning and what you can do instead to protect your health. 1. Exerting yourself too much on an empty stomach, why it's risky and what to do instead. The first habit we'll look at is strenuous physical activity on an empty stomach. This might seem counterintuitive, especially for those who have followed fitness advice emphasizing early morning workouts. But for older adults, this can be dangerous. When we wake up, our bodies are in a transitional phase, moving from rest to activity. After hours of sleep, our blood sugar levels are low, and our muscles and cardiovascular systems are not yet primed for demanding physical exertion. In Mr. Chang's case, he would head straight to his garden in the morning, sometimes lifting heavy tools and working on his plants without having eaten anything. Unfortunately, engaging in such physical activity without fuel in the system can place undue stress on the heart. The body's energy reserves are depleted after fasting overnight, and pushing it to perform heavy tasks can cause a rapid increase in both heart rate and blood pressure. One crucial factor to understand is that, for elderly individuals, the cardiovascular system has usually gone through some degree of wear and tear over the years. As we age, arteries may harden and narrow due to atherosclerosis, the buildup of plaques in the arteries, and the heart itself may not be as efficient in pumping blood. Upon waking, the body's adrenaline levels naturally spike to help with the transition from sleep to wakefulness. This adrenaline surge can elevate blood pressure, particularly in the morning hours. When this is combined with physical exertion, it creates the perfect storm for a cardiovascular event like a stroke or heart attack. What should you do instead? The best approach is to take things slow in the morning. Rather than jumping into physical activities such as gardening, exercise, or heavy lifting, start your day by eating a light but nutritious breakfast. Opt for foods that provide steady energy, like a piece of whole grain toast with some fruit or a small bowl of oatmeal. These will help stabilize your blood sugar and give you the energy you need to engage in light exercises. If you're someone who enjoys morning exercise, switch to gentler activities like stretching, walking, or practicing Tai Chi. Tai Chi in particular is excellent for older adults because it focuses on slow, controlled movements that improve balance, flexibility, and cardiovascular health without placing undue strain on the body. The key takeaway: always eat something light before you start any physical activity, and let your body ease into movement rather than diving into strenuous exertion. 2. Getting out of bed too quickly. The dangers of postural hypertension. The second habit to avoid is getting up too quickly after waking up. It might seem like a small thing, but jumping out of bed too fast can lead to what's called postural hypertension, also known as orthostatic hypotension. This is a sudden drop in blood pressure when you move from lying down to standing up, and it can cause dizziness, fainting, and even falls. Here's why this happens. When you lie down, blood tends to pool in the lower parts of your body. As you sleep, your heart rate slows down and your blood pressure drops. Upon waking, if you get up too quickly, your body doesn't have enough time to pump the blood back up to your brain, causing a sudden drop in blood pressure. This can result in feelings of lightheadedness, loss of balance, or even blackouts. Older adults are especially susceptible to this because the body's regulatory mechanisms that control blood pressure become less effective with age. Additionally, certain medications, such as those for high blood pressure or diuretics, can exacerbate the problem by making it harder for the body to adjust to changes in position. What should you do instead? Rather than jumping out of bed immediately, take a minute to let your body wake up. Here's a step-by-step guide you can follow. Lie still for a minute after waking up. Take deep, calming breaths and let your body gently come to full consciousness. Stretch while still lying down. Move your arms and legs gently to stimulate blood circulation. Slowly sit up and stay seated on the edge of the bed for about 30 seconds to a minute. This allows your blood pressure to stabilize. Stand up slowly, holding onto something sturdy if needed, such as the edge of the bed or a nightstand. Taking these extra steps may seem minor, but they can help you avoid dangerous falls or fainting episodes. Fall prevention is incredibly important for elderly individuals, since even minor falls can lead to fractures or long-term health complications. The third risky habit involves an activity that many don't think twice about: straining too much during bowel movements, especially first thing in the morning. Many people, particularly older adults, experience the urge to use the bathroom shortly after waking up. However, the act of straining while passing a bowel movement can be dangerous. When you strain too hard, it increases the pressure inside your chest, which momentarily reduces the amount of blood returning to your heart. This leads to a decrease in blood flow and a reduced amount of blood being pumped to the brain, which can cause dizziness or even fainting. For those with pre-existing cardiovascular issues, this temporary reduction in blood flow can lead to more serious complications such as heart attacks or strokes. Increased abdominal pressure during straining can also put added stress on blood vessels, raising the risk of ruptures, which can lead to hemorrhagic strokes or other cardiovascular events. For elderly individuals with fragile blood vessels, this can be life-threatening. What should you do instead? To avoid these risks, focus on maintaining a healthy digestive system that doesn't require excessive straining. Here are a few tips. Dietary changes. Make sure you're consuming enough fiber. Foods such as fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and legumes are high in fiber and can help regulate bowel movements. Aiming for at least 25 to 30 grams of fiber per day is a good target for most people. Hydration. Drinking plenty of water throughout the day keeps stool soft and easier to pass. Dehydration is one of the main causes of constipation. Exercise. Regular light exercise, such as walking, can help stimulate digestion and prevent constipation. Avoid prolonged sitting on the toilet. If you're using your phone or reading while on the toilet, you might inadvertently spend too much time there, which can strain the blood vessels in your lower body. Keep bathroom visits brief and to the point. Use a footstool. Placing your feet on a small stool while using the toilet can help align your body in a more natural squatting position, which makes bowel movements easier and reduces the need for straining. The morning routines we develop over the years often feel automatic and harmless, but as we've discussed, certain habits can carry risks, particularly for older adults. By making just a few small changes, such as eating something light before engaging in physical activity, moving slowly and carefully when getting out of bed, and being mindful during bathroom visits, you can significantly reduce the risk of serious health issues like heart attacks, strokes, and falls.